Hi sewers and aspiring sewers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to make this beautiful zipper collar shirt. So if this looks like what you're interested in, guys, let's get into the main video. So for this tutorial we are going to be making use of this basic material here. We're going to be making use of this quality stretchy fabric that we have right here. So the beauty of this fabric is the fact that it has this beautiful line patterns. All right guys, so another thing we're going to be needing for this tutorial is this zipper, which is going to be around the chest area. So this you can get for about $150 at the market. Also for this tutorial we're going to be making use of this standard measurement. This is a large size measurement and this is what we're going to be using. So for this I already folded it, and for the length we're going to be making use of 30 inches. I'm also going to be adding 1.5 inches to my 30 inches, which will serve as my folding allowance. I also left out 1 inch allowance on my back bodies to make my shoulder line very balanced. So now I'm going to go ahead to measure my full length, which what we have here is 31.5. So I'm going to go ahead to measure my shoulder. So for my shoulder I have 19 inches here, so I'm going to divide 19 inches into 2, and that's going to give me 9.5. so this includes my seam allowance. So I'm going to go ahead to mark out my 9.5 here. Now the next thing I'm going to do now will be to measure my chest line. So for my chest line here I'm going to make use of 8.5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead to mark out my 8.5 inches, just as you can see me do in this video. So once I'm done with that, I'm also going to go ahead to measure my armhole. So for my armhole I'm making use of 9, and I'm going to fold my back shoulder like this, and I'm going to measure 9 inches, and I'm going to go ahead to mark out my 9 inches point. So once I'm done marking out this point, I'm going to go ahead to use my French curve to trace out these marks here. Once I'm done with that, the next thing I'm also going to measure is my neckline. So for my neckline width I'm going to measure 2 inches, and that's because I don't want it to be wide because it's going to be having a collar. I'm going to mark out 2 inches, and now this depends on who is wearing it. If the person is chubby you can make it 2.5. so for my neck depth I'm going to make use of 2.5. so if you're working with a chubby person you can make yours 2.75 or 2.3 inches as your neck depth. So now I'm going to go ahead to trace out my marks here with my French curve. For my back neckline width I'm also going to repeat the same 2 inches, and I'm going to come down by 1 inch. So once I have these lines marked out I'm going to go ahead to cut. Now because I'm going to be attaching a zipper to this center point here, I'm going to be measuring 5.5 inches. So I'm going to come down by 5.5 inches, and I'm going to go ahead to mark out this point. So once I'm able to secure this point, I'm going to go ahead to slash to make an opening around the center point where the zipper is going to be. The next thing I'm going to do now will be to cut my sleeve. So for my sleeve length I'm going to make use of 10 inches, and this includes my folding allowance. So what I have here is 10 inches. So from the upper part of my sleeve I'm going to come down by 3 inches, and I'm going to go ahead to mark out this 3 inches point. So from there I'm also going to measure my round sleeve, which is my hand measurement. So for my round sleeve I have 18 inches. So I divided these 18 inches into 2, and that gave me 9 inches. So what I'm marking here is 9 inches. So now I'm going to go ahead to also measure my down sleeve. So for my down sleeve here I have 15 inches. 15 inches divided by 2, that's going to give me 7.5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead to mark out my 7.5 inches. I already added my initial allowance, so I'm measuring exactly what I have in my measurements book here. So I'm going to go ahead to also trace out this curve. So once I'm done with that I'm going to go ahead to cut. So the next thing I'm going to be cutting will be my collars. For my collar length I'm going to be making use of 3 inches. Now for the width I can't really say what I'm going to be using because I have not sewn my t-shirt yet, but I'm going to just be marking out a random measurement for my circumference, and I'm going to be making use of about 25 inches. Now trust me, we don't need up to this, we only need about 16 to 17 inches, but just to be on the safer side, I'm marking out 25 inches. So I'm going to be cutting this out, and I'm going to cut out the length as well. Now the next thing I'm going to cut also will be the flap of my zipper. So I'm making the width of my flap 2.5 inches, and for the length of my flap I'm going to be making use of 10 inches. So I'm going to go ahead to mark out my 10 inches point, and I'm going to go ahead to cut. At this point I'm already gonna ahead to apply my stay on this part of my shirt, and also on my zipper flap I'm already gonna ahead to apply my stay as well. So I'm going to go ahead to weave on this part of my flap. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to flip my fabric to the wrong side, and then I'm going to fold my flap like this. I'm going to create a center point, then I'm going to attach it towards the line of my zipper allowance. So once I'm able to get the center point of where I initially slashed, I'm going to go ahead to pin this down. I'm going to attach it to the bodies of my shirt. So after attaching this, I decided to mark out my center point, which is 6 inches. So from there I am then going to create a space where I'm going to be sewing on, which is going to be about 0.25. It's not going to be up to 0.5, so I'm just going to be on the center point and mark out the even measurement to make it 0.25 on both sides. So once I'm able to mark out this point, I'm going to use my ruler to create a straight line towards the length of my zipper allowance. So I'm also going to repeat the same thing on the other side as well. So once I'm able to get that, I'm going to sew on this line that I've just created. So once I'm done sewing, I'm going to open up the sewn parts like this, and I'm also going to notch the downside of where you can see me notching right now. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to flip my facing to the wrong side, and this is what we're going to be having. So if you followed me to this point, this is what you should be getting, and if you're getting the otherwise, then I would encourage you to please kindly go back to watch the video so you can understand better. So guys, this is what we have now, and so I'm going to go ahead to just iron this part. So this is my view after ironing. Now it's time for me to fix my zipper, to attach my zipper to this. So I'm going to align my zipper to fit into what I want. So you can see that the final stop point of my zipper is towards the end side. So now I'm going to start my sewing from this point, and I'm going to sew around the shape of what I have. So after sewing, this is what I have. This is what my zipper is looking like. So the next thing I'm going to do now will be to remove the stay I applied on my main bodies. Moving on, the next thing I'm going to be doing now will be to join the shoulder of my top. So I'm going to start with this shoulder, and I'm going to sew on this shoulder. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to repeat the same process on the other shoulder as well. The next thing I'm going to do now will be to equate my armhole, because I'm going to be fixing my sleeve. So now I'm going to cut out whatever excess I have here, and I'm going to go ahead to notch the center point. So I'm also going to do the same thing on the other side as well. I'm going to cut the excess just as you can see me do in this video, and I'm also going to go ahead to also notch the center point. So once I have this done, I'm going to go ahead to attach my sleeve. So I'm going to attach the center point of my sleeve, which is also notched already, and I'm going to equate it with what I have here. So you can see that it is even. Then I'm going to go ahead to sew. So after attaching my sleeve, this is what it looks like. So I'm going to repeat the same process on the other sleeve as well. So the next thing after that will be to join the sides of my shirt. So I'm picking this from my sleeve area and I'm making sure that it is aligning with my shoulder as well, so that it is balanced. So I'm going to go ahead to sew this to the downside of my shirt. So I'm also going to repeat the same process on the other side as well. So after joining the sides of my shirt, this is what I have. This is how it is looking like. So I'm also going to be flipping it to the downside to trim out the excess I have here. Now on this part of my zipper, I'm going to trim out the excesses I have. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead to measure my neck circumference. So I'm going to pick it from this point and I'm going to go all around to the other side of my zipper. So eventually what I have here is 15 inches. Now I'm going to add half an inch to my 15 inches. That's going to give me 15.5. So for my collar, I'd already gone ahead to fold about half an inch, and all I have here is over 6 inches. So I'm going to fold my collar like this, leaving the remaining allowance behind. So what I need here is 2.5. What I need here is 2.5. So I'm also going to be needing an extra half inch, which would serve as my sewing allowance at the other side. So what I have on the other side as the excess is over 0.5. So I'm going to go ahead to reduce what I have here to make it about 0.5, because this is only going to be serving as my seam allowance. So for my neck circumference, we're going to make use of 15.5. So I added 1 inch allowance for seam and that made it 16.5. So now I'm going to go ahead to measure my 16.5 on what I have here. Remember that while we were cutting, I said that we're not going to be using up to the 25 inches we measured. So what I need here is just 16.5 inches, and I'm going to go ahead to point this out. So on the wrong side of my collar, I'm going to fold the center point like this, and I'm going to go ahead to sew, leaving out my 0.5 seam allowance. So I'm also going to repeat the same thing on the other side as well. So I'm going to be sewing on 0.5 on the other side. So after sewing on both sides, I'm going to trim a little from what I have sewn. Then I'm also going to go ahead to flip this back to the right side, just as you can see me illustrate in this video. So the next thing I'm going to do now will be to attach this remaining 0.5 seam allowance to my neckline, and I'm going to go ahead to sew this. But before then, I already notched the center point of my collar and also the center point of my neckline. So once I'm done attaching my collar, I'm also going to go ahead to notch my neckline, just as you can see me do in this video. Now the next thing I'm going to do now will be to lay this part of my collar on my neckline, and I'm going to go ahead to sew this to the other point of my zipper. After sewing, this is what it looks like. So I'm going to be sewing randomly on my collar. So after sewing on my collar, this is what we have, and this is how it is looking like. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to fold my collar, just as you can see me do in this video. So guys, if you watched till this point, it's me saying thank you for watching, and if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. So guys, you can see that we already have a picture of what we want. So now the next thing we're going to be doing now will be to fold my shirt. So I'm going to go ahead to fold my sleeve, and I'm also going to go ahead to fold the downside of my shirt. So after taping my shirt, this is the result of what we have. See how beautiful it is looking. I've also gone ahead to iron, and that is why it is looking flattened like this. So guys, if you watched this video and you enjoyed it, please kindly leave a thumbs up on my video, comment, and also share. And I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye.